How do you like that position?
It's great. I mean, if you look at the players just from last year's draft that was in that range of players, it's a lot of talent that ends up, landing in there. And so, these guys have a great template on how we're going to attack it. They involved me in the process and let me learn, and I'd never been through the interview process like that before. And so to see that and how they, their questions are geared towards our vision and learning what player fits that vision, I think we'll end up finding a really good basketball player there.
So when you were at Memphis, weren't part of the interview?
I didn't do this, but they involved me in things, from a personnel standpoint. But this was great for me just from an educational standpoint.
Did you ask questions too, or you?
Yeah, I asked a couple questions, but for the most part, these guys hit the things that are important to me because we share the same thing. Like we know exactly what we're looking for in the character of the kid and the intangibles, and so. It was just fun to watch and learn from them to see how they get to these places.
What have you tried to do this week? That 10 days, whatever it's been that you've been there.
Every player, try to connect with family and players and get workouts set up and start organizing our young guys to get back in the gym and we're working on staff and trying to get the best staff we can possibly put together and then obviously just spending as much time with Scott and Steve as I can because we got to continue to bond and build, and I want to continue to get every detail of their vision so that we can execute this.
What's the most important part of this week? Is it the interviews? Is it what's going on tonight?
I think it's all of it matters, and a lot of this stuff, which was cool for me, is they gave me, a cheat sheet on these guys, so I got to watch film. I came in here already with an understanding of who these guys were. So now you sit down with them and you talk to them as human beings and you get a lot better feel for them from that standpoint. And then, this is going to, the cream will rise to the top in here. So that's always a good thing. And so I think all of it has equal importance.
What do you look for in a player at an event like this? What are you looking for?
Well, obviously, when you sit down and talk to him, you want to hear the character of the kid. You want to see, who he is, where he's from, what shaped him. Obviously we have a certain kind of player we're looking for. I think I made that clear that the toughness thing is a top priority for us. Then obviously versatility, skill, guys that play both sides of the ball. Those are all things that fit under what we're looking for.
When you look at the roster, the Knicks roster, what do you think it needs the most?
I mean, just if you're looking at just slots, I mean, obviously our wing position, we got to add a little more in there, from the 3-4 spot. But that's a positionless kind of area, and so who fits that mold, I don't know. But, it's always guys, it's the 6'7" to 6'9" guy that, has, two-way player, capabilities and a lot of skill, as I think helps us.
You hear a lot of people talk about chemistry versus fit. Where do you kind of draw the line when you're assessing talent? Where sometimes you're willing to take a gamble when it comes to maybe the chemistry might not be there. Like, do you have a certain philosophy on that? Is it always the most talented guy?
I don't know. That's his question for Scott more than it is for me. I don't get to pick that when it comes to that. I just think, if you got a super talent, you got a super talent. If the drop off from that talent to something that you need is big, you're probably not going to go with what you need there and get it later because the guy is so talented that you can't pass on it, But I just think it's so many it just depends on how good that guy is that you need if he's there waiting on you. And if he's not, you're probably going to look at who's the most talented after that.
I know you love toughness, and you met with Enes last night. I mean, do you feel he'll be with you? Do you want him with you? I mean, what do you feel?
Today he's ours. That's how I look at it. He's a Knick. So until I'm notified otherwise, I'm treating him as a guy that, I can see potential in helping us.
What did you get out of your meeting with him?
That he's awesome. He's a great guy. He's a family guy. He really cares about his family. He's a man of character. He stands for things. He loves to play. He loves to work out. He could have been fooling me, but he seemed excited, and like he's really looking forward to this fresh start. And so the guy is a heck of a player, and he fits, obviously, the toughness part of what we're talking about.
You said you plans on going to Latvia or wherever Kristaps is. Is that something that's going to happen?
Listen, wherever it is. Oh, yeah, that's going to happen. multiple times maybe over the course of the summer because, I want him to feel something different. I want him to feel something, where he looks at when he comes back here that it's going to be special for him and that he's walking back into a culture and an environment that's set up for winning. And, that's my biggest, my biggest goal this summer is to really bond with him and connect with him and really, and get insight from him, his experiences, what he liked, what he didn't like, what he'd like to see, what's his goals, does he see himself as a guy that can be MVP one day, Defensive Player of the Year. I want to hear all of that stuff and share with him my vision on how to get him there.